How you guys doing? It's Eugene Johnson, founder of Make Your Mind an Asset. And today's episode, I'm going to talk about the 5 things that will absolutely get you, your business, your desires, your success into momentum. I'm going to talk about the 5 forces of momentum. Anybody who's ever went after success or went after achievement understands the topic of momentum. Or like my good friend John C. Maxwell likes to say, Big Mo. Now, momentum is difficult to get and hard to keep when you have it. And the thing about momentum is that a lot of people think it comes by luck. Like this guy is lucky and momentum just happened for him. Or this young lady, she just happened to be in the right place at the right time and then momentum started. No, momentum starts strategically by these 5 forces that will create momentum for you in your life. If you're trying to push a car, it's very difficult to push it in the beginning when it's in neutral because you got to get the car moving. But once you get that car moving and it starts to have a good roll to it, you can literally push that thing with your finger and keep the car moving. And so most people underestimate the power of momentum. See, it's the force of momentum that creates actionable success. And so I'm going to talk about the 5 forces of momentum where you can apply these 5 things right away and start to create momentum in your life in any area of your life. So here are the 5 things. Number 1, the first force is emotions. Now you might be saying emotions, how is emotions going to help my momentum? Have you ever had a day where you said, I just don't feel like doing anything. I just don't want to. I'm not feeling it today. This is a bad day. I just want to sit in my bed, throw the cover over my head and watch television. You know, you ever had those moments? I know I have. We all have had those moments. Now, what are those moments? Those moments are how you feel. And how you feel is an emotion. And what you have to learn how to do is manage your emotions. Because if you can manage your emotions from day to day, that day-to-day management will create your success. Like, here's what I want you to do. I want you to try this. Grab a bag of microwave popcorn. Pop it in the microwave. Now, if that microwave popcorn is a regular bag, it usually would take about 2 minutes or so to pop into a bag of popcorn. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to put the bag of popcorn in the microwave and put it in for 10 seconds. After the 10 seconds, stop. Put it in for another 10 seconds. After the 10 seconds, stop. Do that for 2 minutes and tell me if you have a fully cooked bag of popcorn. You won't. Now what happened? It still was in the microwave for 2 minutes. Why did it become a fully popped bag of popcorn? It's because it's the momentum of heat that allows the kernels to start to pop within the bag. See, that's the way success and momentum works. Is that it's the consistency of the friction of the activity that starts to push you into motion. So if you learn to manage your emotions and manage your feelings of how you feel like in the course of the day, then you'll know, hey, I might not feel like doing it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I might not feel like getting up and making this call, but I'm gonna make one more call. Why? Because I'm going to do the things necessary to start to create the momentum. Because every time you take a day off, you start over. Every time you take a week off, you start over. Every time you take a month off, a year off, you start over. You start from the bottom. Now, you don't start from the bottom mentally because you still have the education and the knowledge from the times that you had started before. But when it comes to pushing the boulder up the hill, you got to start from the bottom of the hill again. You might know how to push the boulder up the hill better, but that doesn't mean you get to start from up there. You got to start from the bottom again. So managing your emotions is key. The second force of momentum is focus. I used to work at the Saratoga racetrack up in New York State, and I remember watching these horses, and as they were about to run, those horses wore blinders, and I didn't really understand, why does the horse wear blinders? It's because the jockey doesn't want the horse to see the other horses on the side of them. It wants the horse to be focused on the one goal, going forward. And something that can stop your momentum is you looking side to side to see, what are they doing? What are they doing? What am I missing over here? What are they saying over here? Oh, they're hanging out in the summertime. I should be hanging out. Or they're going to do this and I should go do this. Oh man, they're going to happy hour when you know you have work to do. See, the people who are focused are the people who have success. The people who are unfocused, it's hard to create momentum because you're constantly looking all over the place that you don't go in the direction that you need to go in. You've got to be focused if you want to create momentum. The third force is modeling. Now, what do I mean by modeling? modeling. It's kind of related to the first one, but not really. Modeling, and I'm not talking about the catwalk, right? Modeling is following a person who has the success that you already want, and you follow what they've done to get what they have. See, that's modeling. And the reason why modeling is so key to momentum is because when you're going after success, there's a lot of mistakes that happen. There's a lot of pitfalls that you can fall in. There's a lot of problems and obstacles and trials and tribulations and mountains and every obstacle that you have to go over in order to have success. There are all these things in your way. Now, the problem with those things being in your way is every time you fall into a ditch, every time you fall into a pit, every time you hit an obstacle that you can't get over, guess what that does? It stops your momentum. It stops you from moving forward. And then you have to figure out how to get through this brick wall. How do I get through this obstacle? How do I get through these mountains? How do I get through this trial? How do I get through these hurts and these pains? How do I get through these things and keep moving forward? It's a difficult thing, but when you have somebody to model, especially if you can get that person to be your mentor, but if you can't, a lot of times these guys are busy. So if you can't get that person to be your mentor, get around somebody who can help you get through those trials or help you get through those tribulations, help you get over those mountains. Because if you can get some help getting through that brick wall, then you don't have to waste time. You can start working on the brick wall before you get there. So as you're moving towards the brick wall, you've already figured out the problem. And if you already figured out the problem on the way to the brick wall, then guess what happens? When you get to it, you can knock right through it. Why? Because you don't have to go through the same problems that they went through. They already told you how to get over it. So now all you got to do is use the tactic that they did to knock through the brick wall. No thinking required. It's the best way to keep momentum going. It's the best way to not get stuck. The fourth force is synergy. See, 1 + 1 = 10. Synergy, when you can get people together. See, minds together is powerful. The good book says 1 could put 1,000 in flight, 2 could put 10,000 in flight. It's a 10x multiplier when you have people together in synergy. See, the first 3 is about helping you get to momentum. This fourth one is helping you multiply momentum. It will allow your momentum to move to another level. Now that you've got momentum created because you mastered your emotions and you were focused and you were modeling the right people and you got the momentum going. Now that you've got the momentum going, now you can 10x it by getting around the right people, adding people to your team that's going to synergize with your vision and help move your vision forward and 10x your vision. That's what you want to do. You want to get synergy around people who see what you see and believe what you believe and have the vision that you have and are willing to put in the work that you're willing to put in. When you have people like that around you who are willing to work with you, then that'll create your success. And the fifth and final thing is environment. See, the first 3 was to help you get momentum. The fourth one's to help you 10x momentum. The fifth one is to help you keep momentum long term. And see, here's the thing. When you get out of the environment of success, it becomes very difficult for you to create success long term. It becomes almost impossible for you to create success long term. I usually use the analogy of the seed. I usually talk about the fact that the tallest tree in America is in the redwood forest in California. And if you took that same seed that planted that same tree and you planted it in Alaska, will it still grow to be the tallest tree in America? No. Why? Because the environment wasn't conducive for that tree to become everything it was potential to be. And because it wasn't properly nourished and properly given the water and the sunlight that it needed, it couldn't grow at its top potential. And so long-term growth is about getting in the right environment, getting around the right people. Maybe these people can't synergize with you. Maybe they can't go along with you on your vision, but you can keep them close enough to speak life into you, to get inspired, to hear testimonies of overcoming, to be around success. See, success breeds success. And if you can get around success, then you can become success. That's what's going to keep the momentum long term. So those are the 5 forces of momentum. If you start doing those 5 things, then those 5 things will start to propel you to create the momentum that you need to create the success that you're looking for in your life. Hopefully you were able to gain something from this. Remember to like, comment, please share this if you want to help somebody get into momentum. But other than that, remember to let no man steal your vision, because no man gave it to you. God bless. Good things happen to those who wait. No, good things happen to those who hustle, but who hustle long enough to wait the process so that they can get what they're actually hustling for.